I think that one of the most common questions that I encounter from my clients or that I get through email from people who visited my website or have seen me on social media has to do with their weight. And it usually goes along the lines of, they weighed themselves this morning and they were 161 pounds, but yesterday they were 160 pounds. So they're freaking out that they think that they gained 1 pound. Or it might be even over a longer time span. They say, last week I weighed myself and I was 160 pounds, and this week I'm 160 pounds. So my diet must not be working. What do I do? And so I want to take a second to address that and hopefully give you guys some good information about how you should be tracking progress and what you should do in order to get the best accurate picture of what's going on with your body and stop relying on the scale as the most important factor for your progress tracking. Now, the reason why you shouldn't care so much about what the scale tells you is because your scale weight can change for a ton of different reasons that have absolutely nothing to do with whether or not you've actually gained or lost body fat or muscle. It can change due to the volume of food that you're eating, the amount of salt in your food, the amount of carbs that you're eating, your hydration status, what's going on with you hormonally, women especially. And if you look at just the scale, then it's going to look like nothing is really going on or bad things are happening and cause you to panic and freak out and maybe even get sad or unmotivated about what you're doing in the gym or with your diet. And we don't want any of that. So instead, what I would recommend that you do is, rather than look at your scale weight as being something sacred and incredibly important, is instead rely on progress pictures. So take them every 2 weeks to a month and compare those over time to see what's going on. You can also use something like your gym performance. You can use circumference measurements around your waist, your arms, or your legs. You can use body fat readings. If you know somebody who's accurate with calipers, or if you have access to a DEXA machine, those can be very helpful to give you an idea about what's going on with your body composition. There's also things like subjective measures. How do you feel like your clothes are fitting, or what's going on with your mood? All of these things can be very, very important for understanding what's going on with your body and the actual progress that you're getting from your program and your diet. Now, you can still use your scale weight. In fact, I do, and I have my clients do so most of the time as well. But the secret is in how you do it. So the way that you use the scale as a helpful tool is you weigh yourself multiple times per week under the same conditions. So that means that if you wake up at 7 a.m., then you weigh yourself after you wake up, you use the restroom before you eat or drink anything, and you record that value. And then after you've recorded them for the entire week, then you average it to see what your average weight was. Do that for a few weeks or a few months, and then you're going to be able to see what's going on with your weight over time, because that's going to be way more important than these up or down fluctuations from day to day that are going to do nothing more than just drive you crazy. Now, if you use that with those other methods that I talked about, like progress pictures, circumference measurements, gym performance, then you're going to have a much more accurate picture on what's going on with your body and how it's responding to your current diet and training routine, so that if you need to make any changes, you're going to have a much better idea about what needs to be done, and you're going to spend much less time freaking out over the scale, which really you shouldn't have even been focused on too much in the first place. So hopefully that clarifies this topic for you guys out there. If it did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comment section down below what questions you guys have. Is there anything that you've been wondering about training or nutrition? If there is, let me know in the comments below, and I'd be happy to answer that for you and give you guys some good information. Thank you.